What up? What up? Here again, trying to make some money. As you know, as always, we are in um, we're in this draft. So let's get into it. Let's see here. We are pick 11. Pick 11, y'all. So let me explain this draft really quick since we just got into it. This is the Puppy 3. It's a $5 entry. 225 entrants. So you're obviously drafting with the 12 people. There's like the normal one, half PPR, all that. So if you are the top highest scoring, the top two highest scoring, you advance after 14 weeks, and then you go up against nine people. And then if you beat them, then you go up against four other people. And if you beat them, then you are in the 750 seat final. And if you beat all of them, the 749, then you make 100,000. So pretty good return on investment. So this is actually just going already. Um, Let me see here. So Gibbs, Bijan, and Jamar Chase goes. Let me see if I can just explain this really quick. So it's similar to like other the ones we've been doing every day, and so half PPR, just the standard stuff. One QB, two running backs, three wide receivers, one flex, one tight end, 10 bench spots. Um, so yeah, man. Again, with the three wide receivers, similar to the. Sorry, let me move this over. I'm not trying to show my taskbar here. So again, with the wide receivers, obviously you don't want to fall behind on wide receivers, in my opinion. So Amon Ra goes, Justin Jefferson goes, so that kind of figures again wide receiver points. Don't want to fall too behind, but the later part of the draft, as far as like the 10, the 11, the 12, you end up seeing like a lot of running backs go, which kind of makes sense, right? Because the Jamar Chase, the Nakuas of the world, they kind of go. I know CD Lamb is available, but here I do like to go double hero RB, unless I get someone like Amon Ra, unless I get someone like JSN, Puka Nakua, Jamar Chase. The Jefferson and the CD Lamb pick, like I don't hate them, but I don't love them either, right? I'd rather just take I'd rather just be double hero RB, maybe take Justin Jefferson here, um, and be great with a solid start with a great wide receiver, just because I think Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver. The fact that he's had horrible QB play has hurt him, in my opinion. And so we're going for upside here. I do think Genty and Hampton are both great running backs. They're both great receiving running backs. And so I am great with this start so far. Again, I do like to go double hero RB as a start. I do that in my home leagues. I like to do it here, especially like in the later picks, like 10, 11, or 12. So, yeah, man, I don't mind this start at all. I've done this start a lot of times, actually. Maybe I should switch it up if I'm being honest, but I just like it. If it ain't Genty, it's James Cook. If it ain't a Hampton, it's James Cook. If it ain't Cook or Hampton, it's Chase Brown. You know what I mean? So I've taken Saquon Barkley maybe once or twice or a couple times, but he is a year older. I mean, the offense does seem like they're going to run the ball a lot more often. So this start is also really good in my opinion. I like it. Also, James Cook seems like he may be getting more receiving targets. So, I mean, this seems off to a good start as well. So, um, and in case you guys like just coming into the channel, don't know what's going on or who I am or anything, I just started doing this best ball drafts this year, these underdog best balls. And so, as you saw in the beginning, you could win some serious money here, right? I am starting the Puppy 3 as preparation. I am going to get into this Pitbull 2 after this. Hopefully, we have time. So, it really depends. But again, if you draft a really good team, or usually are like in the top of your leagues most of the time, you have some real chance of making money here. So 100,000 from $5, I would take that all day, right? That is a great return on investment. And say you don't get first place, say you get like third place, for example, you're still winning 25,000. If you don't make third place, you're in 20th place, you're getting 5 grand. 5 grand is pretty decent moolah. You can pay off credit cards, you can go to a nice steak dinner. I don't know, man. So I'm all for it. Again, I do have fun with this. I try to have fun with this. This is my time to like relax. As you can see in the background, I have a kid, a bunch of kid toys and all that. So this is my time. I do try to enjoy myself, have fun with it, and especially with football season coming up. So why not, right? Also, I do try to think out loud and say like, why do I draft the guys? Why don't I draft them? Obviously, I'm not like a sports analyst to give you like a full breakdown, but I do try to like bring up some stats or talk about the offensive line or things like that, things that I'm looking or things that I read or things like that. So, um, yeah, man. Obviously, if you hear something from me, you could always double check, fact check me, all that. So, um, yeah, man. Again, just try to have fun with it. Just an average dude, similar to probably you guys. This is a pretty interesting start with McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, and Jeremiah Love here. He fell somewhat. Jeremiah Love fell a little bit. Ibuko, this is also an interesting start. So let me see who I would possibly get here. I do like Terrell McMillan. I know Lad McConkey looked like a great, is looking great in camp here. Again, I don't want to fall too behind on wide receiver. Kyron Williams goes. Like if I had Jefferson similar to this guy, I would definitely do like a Chase Brown, Kyron Williams pick right here. Seems like a great start. This one as well. Again, I'm not a big fan of Kenneth Walker, as you've seen if you've seen my other videos. I know Zay Flowers just got paid, but I feel like he hasn't shown to be a true, like a true freaking wide receiver as far as fantasy goes, right? So I could possibly get Lad or get T Higgins. We'll see what this guy takes. Not, I want to reach on another running back. So Zay Flowers goes. This guy does have two wide receivers already. This guy at 12, so he may take a running back here, probably Josh Jacobs. So we can possibly get Lad McConkey or T Higgins. I am super down to take Lad McConkey. I know I have Amari and Hampton, but I am gonna have the Chargers offense. And like I mentioned, he did have no running back, so I figured he was gonna take Lad there. So do I go with T Higgins or do I go with Lad McConkey? This is tough. Um, I know T Higgins is such a great player. I guess I just auto pick Lad, but I haven't been taking Lad McConkey often. I know T Higgins, he's not the number one target in his team, but there's so much volume in Cincy that he could possibly get volume there. But if McConkey ends up being the true wide receiver one in his team with the wide receivers that were there before that are no longer there, freaking, who is it? Mike and I'm totally blanking here. Jesus. Oh my gosh. What is his name? Keenan Allen. Oh my gosh. What a fail. So I know with Keenan Allen no longer being in that team, it could really open up great possibilities there. Also, I did see a great video here. Look at this. I know this doesn't mean much, but look at that play. Mike McDaniels has arrived as an offensive coordinator in LA. In case you didn't see, that was McConkey getting that catch. So Um, seems like they're gonna target. Look at that. So obviously, I know from one video you can't really base this whole your whole team on, but I did need a wide receiver. So again, am I gonna take T Higgins? So where did T Higgins actually fall to? Um, okay, it wasn't too bad after. So this team is actually pretty interesting here. I think, is a great start. I've done a start similar to this before. This guy at 9. Great running back room with Scatterboo, Kyron Williams, and Chase Brown, and an anchor wide receiver with Justin Jefferson. I just hope Kyler is the a lot better QB than freaking JJ was last year. McCarthy was buns, man. McCarthy was bad, but I do like Justin Jefferson, so I really hope that he is actually a very good. I hope he does well this year. So usually get him in my home league. So let's see. This team is actually looking pretty good. I know there's a lot of talks about Luther Burden um, from Ben Johnson. So this team looks solid so far. I don't know. You know, some teams always have a great start, including mine, and then they just kind of end up dropping the ball. So Carnell Tate goes to this team that looks very similar, that has looked very similar to mine. Um, PJ Washington goes. So I think I'm going with Roma Dunze. Here's the thing, I could get possibly one of these running backs and then take Roma Dunze or Jordan Tyson on the way back. Yeah, I'm fine taking Roma Dunze. I'm figuring this guy's not going to take both Trevion and Bucky Irving. He did take Bucky Irving, but if he takes Trevion, I highly doubt it. So he takes Watson. So I am taking Trevion. I haven't had a start like this before with Genty, Hampton, and Henderson, with them being like in their second year in the league. So this is a pretty interesting start, in my opinion, similar with like Tedero McMillan. So I haven't had this start lately or at all. So I like the fact that this is like a $5 entry and it's a pretty solid start, pretty solid slash unique start. You know what I mean? So I don't hate it. You know, it's good. So I was thinking possibly taking Bucky here. Could have possibly taken a Doomsday here. I would have possibly preferred that because I know Bucky is a starter in his team. With Trevion Henderson, I just don't know when he's gonna finally be able to like give me those 40, 30, 20 fantasy points. You know what I mean? Just because he's the RB2 in his team, and it's obviously it's been shown. So we'll see, man. If Justin Herbert falls, I'll possibly take him on this turn here. But it's always happened. I say I hope this guy falls, and that just gets sniped. So I'm just gonna shut the hell up. All right, so Drake May goes pick 68, Makai Lemon at pick 69. Looks like this guy's going with like the Phillies offense. He must be a Philly fan. Um, or maybe he's just hoping Jalen Hurts falls to him. So he's probably hoping that Jalen Hurts is less appealing to other people. Um, I understand why this guy took Joe Burrow, right, to stack with T. Higgins. Understand why this guy took DJ Moore to stack with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and they're kind of in the same team. That's kind of funky. So this guy at 1 that takes Trey McBride in the 2-3 turn and it takes Levin in the 4-5 turn. That's pretty weird, pretty interesting. So don't love that team. I don't understand why you would do that, especially when you only have one running back with Gibbs. I get he's a anchor running back, but and then you take Warren that's split in the backfield with Dwaddle. So I don't know, man. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. I'm just trying to see what are some options here. I don't want to be stuck and not know what to do. So Tony Pollard goes at pick 79. Godwin goes at pick 80. Justin Herbert goes. Damn, I was really hoping Justin Herbert would have fallen to us. Like I said, he always goes, and I don't get it. Trevor Lawrence was available, I believe he was, and he has BTJ. So why not go with Trevor Lawrence? So that doesn't make sense to me at all. Trevor Lawrence goes a pick after. So, dude, I have no idea what you're doing. Um, but okay, I guess. I think I might just go with Tucker Craft and see if either Chuba, RJ Harvey make it to me, and then I might be done at running back. So Tucker Craft is fine. I like him. This guy's going with the Green Bay players. I was thinking he was hoping to get Tucker Craft here, so might have sniped this guy. I'm sorry. Do it at 12. Dude is probably a Green Bay's fan. He has Josh Jacobs, Watson, and Reed. So sorry, man. Takes Hubbard. Ugh. I've been taking Rigo Dotto more than I've been taking RJ Harvey. The thing with RJ Harvey is that, yes, they came out news that why RJ Harvey? Maybe I should have gone with RJ Harvey and just had that second year running back room. Maybe I've gone with this with that team here, but where is the yeah, here you go. So this is the quote I was looking for. RJ Harvey's really building himself into this third down running back role. His pass protection skills, they hope to have gotten better. You can't really tell with the pads not being on, but dangerous as a receiver out of the backfield. So looks like he is going to be the receiving back. But the thing with this is he's not technically the RB1 in his team. He's still behind the J.K. Dobbins. And if J.K. Dobbins stays healthy, he can be obviously the clear RB1 in this team. So again, you know what I mean? So do I risk it? Rico Dotto has been sharing the first team reps with Jalen Warren. I like that preferably. So again, here again, if Dwaddle or RJ Harvey would have gone, I do like them both as running backs, but Addison was available. Addison would have possibly been a great pick. Sutton possibly would have been a great pick. Wilson possibly could have been an okay pick. Again, I don't want to fall behind on wide receiver, but I have my starting wide receiver room. You know, I don't want to take another running back. I really don't. Especially with the 4 running backs that I have already. Jackson Dart goes. I would have wished Jackson Dart would have fallen to me, especially with the running upside. So, again, should have possibly taken a running back, or I mean a quarterback instead of my fourth running back. Should have possibly taken my fourth wide receiver, especially I need to start 3 wide receivers. So I don't know, man. Maybe that was my mistake taking Dotto there, but I do like him as a player. So instead of possibly Kraft, I do like taking tight ends late. So maybe that was my thing. I should have possibly taken Dottle, Harvey. I was just or Hubbard. I was just thinking maybe guy at 12 could help me make my pick on the way back, which he kind of did. But again, I think Tucker Craft could possibly give me the same amount of points as Jordan Addison, as Cortland Sutton, as Michael Wilson. So I guess I don't hate that pick. I just think, again, my running backs all do have a different bias, so I'm fine with it. My pick is coming up, so I don't want to fall behind. Brock Purdy can possibly fall to me. Brock Purdy is dealing with not himself dealing with injuries, but his teammates dealing with injuries. So I think that's why he's falling. Um, Jared Goff goes to. I'm surprised this guy didn't take Jared Goff. I would have taken Jared Goff to stack with St. Brown. So I'm fine taking Brock Purdy here. I don't want him to. He has zero QBs here. I know Brock Purdy. I know it's somewhat of a worry that the fact that he doesn't have any receivers. Um, I might just take Golden. Jordan Love goes. This guy might even take Golden and go with all of his Green Bay wide receivers here. He takes Murray. So do I go with my second QB? So I'm taking George Kittle. Screw it. I am stacking him with Brock Purdy. Now I'm not liking this Tucker Craft pick so much. But again, I might just be done with tight end. Maybe take a tight end in my last pick and just get like someone like Eli Stowers, right? Someone that might just show up after like week 8 if George Kittle just like gets hurt again. So we'll see, man. I just really do like the stacking option because if George Kittle is back and healthy by week 1, I know he tore like his ACL or but he is expected to be back. Oh, he tore his Achilles. So he is expected to be back. There is like Mike Evans is freaking hurt already to start the training camp, and so that's not good. Again, he is a year older. He may be hurt. George Kittle and Purdy already have a connection, so I am fine taking Kittle, especially Purdy making it to me in round 9 here. So why not, right? Casey Concepcion is also a little hurt, so maybe I could possibly get someone back here. I don't know. I feel like I'm falling behind on wide receiver, especially just having receivers through my first 10 rounds. No, I'm starting to get a little worried here. But everyone seems to have about 4. This guy has 5. This guy has 3 as well. Oh, this is my. This is me. Jeez, nice. So this guy taking the Kansas City offense. I like this team. His team at 2 is looks very very good. I think this is my favorite team. I would prefer his team over mine, if I'm being honest. Um, his running backs, Bijan, David Montgomery, Aaron Jones. His third running back is kind of iffy. But his wide receivers, Nico Collins, Malik Neighbors, Luther Burden, Quinn Johnson, Xavier Worthy. Beautiful. Tight ends, Travis Kelsey, great. He that has the double stacking option with Patrick Mahomes, has Xavier Worthy and Kelsey. And he has Caleb Williams to stack with Luther Burden. So really love that team. That team looks pretty freaking good, if I'm being honest here. If Jalen Coker drops or falls, that'd be great. Again, don't love to have 2 wide receivers with the same buy, but the fact that he is there and available, I can possibly take the Cam Ward goes. Whoa, that is a pretty early pick there. So likely doesn't even go to the Dart team, does he? Nope, he doesn't. Cam Ward go doesn't even Cam Ward doesn't even go to the Cornell team, which I think this guy sniped this guy here, but I don't think it matters. Malik Willis goes actually as this guy's third QB. I was hoping I'd get Malik Willis on the other way around. I'll take Jalen Coker. That's fine. I know Chris Brazil is out for the season, so Carolina is gonna rely on Coker and McMillan a lot. So again, with me taking Jalen Coker, it does look like Bryce Young looks a lot less interesting to these people possibly. So I mean, the other option I could have possibly taken Shaheed and then just reached on Sam Darnold and take him as my second QB. Oh, Shaheed has looked interesting. I am not even lying. I'll take Shaheed. Again, don't want to fall behind on wide receiver points. Let me just Stribling was there. Stribling is hurt though, so if these guys know ball a little bit, we may be able to take freaking Stribling here at 155 if he falls. So again, this is in preparation to this other draft that I'm trying to get into, that $20 one. So this one seems like obviously better odds. You're drafting against 12 teams. I mean, it's 12-team draft. If you are the top two, you advance, and if you go up against five other people. If you advance the first 14 weeks, then you go up against four other people, and then you're in a 156 seat final. You can win 100 grand here. So that is one that I'm trying to get into right after this. I am really hoping one of these quarterbacks like Sam Darnold fall to me. So maybe Deshaun Stribling falls to me so I can stack with Brock Purdy. I'm seeing some running backs go here, some tight ends, Stephon Diggs, Daniel Jones was possibly a reach, but he is taking the stack with Alec Pearson, Josh Downs, and Tyler Warren. So I get it. This team is actually pretty freaking decent, but four indie players. Isaiah Pacheco goes, which is also very interesting. So I am happy that the fact that these guys went gives me more of a chance of some of these guys going. I don't know why I picked down Juwan Johnson there. So I'm really hoping CJ Stroud goes. I'm really hoping one of those guys that I have here fall to me. Bryce Young is not a faller, but I'm possibly taking him on this turn here. Jalen Nader goes. I pick 147. Tajay Spears goes. I pick 148. I'm hoping no one Sam Darnold goes. So what a bummer. I was hoping some way, somehow Sam Darnold would have fallen to me. But I get it. This guy's just taking a second QB, and he is stacking with JSN, so that makes so much sense, right? As Stribling goes, so there goes my hope for Stribling to fall. So that sucks. That sucks some bit there. Trey Tucker's available. Trey Tucker I can possibly stack with Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza might be way much of a reach, but so I'll take Bryce Young here just because possibly get Trey Tucker here. Just how I was kind of thinking anyways, and so that's fine. I am really hoping Fernando Mendoza makes it to me. I know he is in the range here, but I've always figured people just reach on QBs, especially if he's the next QB available here. Um, so really hoping he falls to me. I will take him as my third QB, and I'll be done. Not a don't love my QB room if he makes it to me, but I don't hate it either, right? I do have this double stack with Bryce Young, Jalen Coker, and Tedero McMillan. Brock Purdy do have stack with George Kittle. Trey Tucker, if Mendoza falls to me, which would be great, I would get him there though. So um, do love my tight end room with Tucker running back room. So really, really great running back room. Okay, wide receiver room, I think, but very possible, very strong possibility of some upside with Terrell McMillan, McConkey, Odunze. These guys all could possibly be their wide receiver one in their team, right? Obviously, we know Terrell McMillan is. Obviously, Lad McConkey can be. I know in paper. I know on paper he is. I know everyone say he is, but is he really? You know what I mean? Odunze could possibly be the wide receiver one in his team. Jalen Coker obviously is playing behind Tedera. Raheed Shaheed obviously playing behind Jason, but Shaheed has there has been talks about him taking a bigger role, and he does sound great too. Like sounds like he really could show some upside in this year, and that's the beauty about best ball, right? We are trying to get wide receivers that could give you those 20 plus fantasy points. So Brian Robinson goes at pick 168. Very good possibility we get our guy. Don't want to say anything because then we get sniped. Geno Smith goes, geez. So I'm happy that actually happened. What would it take Geno Smith? Does he have any stacking? Um, Aaron Rodgers goes, so I am getting a little scared, y'all. I am getting a little scared. This guy has one QB with Josh Allen, so not great. If I'm being honest, not great at all. Because obviously we know who is the next QB. Um, who's the next runner-up QB, right? So who are you taking, dude? He takes Fernando Mendoza, of course. So not great. Um, don't like that at all. Greg Dolchich goes. Great pick. Ugh. I don't know, man. Maybe I should have taken Bryce Young, or I don't know. Maybe I should have taken QBs a lot earlier. So, uh, do I just reach on Brissett or just hope he makes it to me? Jerry Judy's available. I can possibly take Jerry Judy and then take Shador Sanders. Let's just take Mike Washington and back up Genty there. Don't love it. I could have possibly taken Jerry Judy and take Shador. Jacoby Brissett is available. I do like Jacoby Brissett, obviously, over the Shador. Don't have this. I don't have anyone to stack with Brissett, but Brissett is in the bottom five offense. Same thing with Cleveland, right? They're in the bottom five offense, so it's tough, right? Like after Mendoza, If you don't get Rogers, I guess if you don't get Geno Smith, like that's it. There's very like slim pickings. That's pretty much you're pretty much done now. I stuck with Purdy and Bryce Young? I don't love it. I actually don't like that at all. And I don't like taking two quarterbacks, right? I really don't like taking two QBs. Even if I get Josh Allen, I'm taking some guy like similar to this guy that takes Fernando Mendoza, right? I'll take maybe in these last in these rounds here, I'll probably take like Bryce Young and Mendoza, or like even like Willis here, Daniel Jones here, and like Mendoza. Or even like Sam Darnold here and Mendoza. If I'm taking like Josh Allen, just because if something happens to Josh Allen, and that's a very big if, then obviously I have these guys, right? And Eli Stowers actually goes, and so there goes my possibility of taking two taking the three tight ends. I was thinking possibly get Eli Stowers there, but I might actually be done with tight end. Um, I have two great starters with Kittle and Tucker Craft. Also, pretty scared something would happen to actually both players. They're actually probably injury prone. If Brissett makes it to me, that'd be great. I'll take Brissett here and beat down at QB. Obviously, beat down at QB. So we'll see, man. I know you guys can't see this. So like after Ferguson, Adonai Mitchell goes from the Jets. Then I took Mike Washington at pick 182, and then Darnell Mooney goes at pick 183. So I'm more interested to see what this guy does. This guy takes Tua. I was just more interested because obviously he only does have two QBs. Um, I know he has Josh Allen, but he did take a late QB. So Emmett Johnson goes at 201, Singleton 200. I know you guys can't see this, so I'll tell you who goes at pick 202. Simon goes at pick 202. Actually, been hearing that he has been doing very well, so I'm taking Jacoby Brissett as my last QB. So I'm done at running back. Might be done at wide receiver. There's no one really available. Um, there's Pat Fairmouth. He does share a different buy than I have. Keenan Allen goes at pick 204. I know you guys can see this. That's what I'm telling you. Pick 205. Let me see. Is there anyone from Arizona here? Just kind of get the percent stack. No one really. So Jeremy Bernard goes at pick 206, 205. I am just gonna take the custom like I always do, the three QBs, five RBs, seven wide receivers, three tight ends with Pat Fairmouth as my last pick. In pick 206. So do like that standard kind of drive. What I go with, try to have earlier running try to have earlier wide receivers. Obviously, don't try to take four wide receivers between round 11 and 14. Not great. If I'm taking seven wide receivers, maybe I could have taken the eighth wide receiver here instead of my third QB, instead of my third Q, or instead of Q, excuse me, instead of my third QB or instead of my third tight end. So again, there is no one here that maybe Tyquan Thornton, but looks like his ADP or his fantasy value is actually going down, especially with Cyrus um, actually showing to be very interesting in his team or in training camp there. So let me see if I can possibly get into this people here. Sometimes it takes a while. So six people waiting. So as we wait for the six people, I think this draft is finally over. Yep. Taekwon Thornton goes to this actually Kansas City team. So it's actually a pretty interesting team. I think I like this team the best. Um, I really do like this team at two. He has the double stack with CJ Stroud, Dalton, and Nico Collins. He has the triple stack with Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, and Travis Kelsey. Oh, I'm sorry, double. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Taekwon Thornton as well. There's the triple. Um, and then he has the stack with Williams and Luther Burden here. So he has three great, or two, I would think, two great wide receivers with Collins and Neighbors. Luther Burden, I know he showed great signs at the end of last year, but is he really going to be a great wide receiver? You don't know. I mean, we don't know, right? And so we'll see how that actually happens. We're still waiting on two other people. So we're just kind of looking at other drafts. I'm going to close this. I know these projections don't mean crap, but I do like to see where we kind of project as far as points against other people. Um, See if anyone's at like the guy at two does not pass the 2,900 mark, similar to us, but he is very close, and I do like his team better. If I'm not even lying. Do love my running back room better though. Although he does have Bijan, although he does have Bijan, and even like David Montgomery seems great. I know Alvin Kamara's getting more reps, but his wide receiver room just looks a lot better. Yeah, man. So do like the guy at two the most. This guy has the most points so far. By figures, because he has three great quarterbacks with Daniels, Dart, and Stafford. Solid top two great running backs. I get why he took Kalman that guy just in case he takes some reps from DeAndre Swift. Don't like the remaining of his running back room, that's for sure. Pretty decent wide receiver room. Actually, great wide receiver room with Puka Nakua, Devontae Smith, Mike Evans, Mekhi Lemon. If Mike Evans is healthy, great wide receiver room. And Chig and Juwan Johnson as his QBs. Does have the stack with Jalen Daniels, so to pair up with Chig. So pretty okay team. Just more of a matter of like how his team does. So um, this guy also looks pretty decent, having 2,900 points. Mm, don't love this guy's team so much. Obviously, my team pretty great. Don't like my QB room though. Obviously, starters in their team, but other than Purdy, it's hard to love Bryce Young. But I do have the double stack with Jalen Coker and Tedero McMillan, right? So could possibly there's a good possibility that Panthers are actually a pretty great team this year. So you don't know, right? And so maybe they just pass the ball a lot. Maybe they're great. So great tight end room. I know you guys can't see this, but Antonio Williams, my tight ends are Tucker Craft, George Kittle, and Pat Fairmouth. So pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good, y'all. So but yeah, y'all. All right. This is we're waiting for one more person here. This is let me explain this draft while we wait for the person. And hopefully they kind of get in here while I'm explaining it. Meanwhile, let me just refill my drink really quickly here and let me bring it up. So give me one sec. All right. So is it filled? Not yet. Let's kind of show what this thing is. So this is a $20 entry. This is the Pitbull 2. Um, Obviously, you're drafting against 12 other people, or I'm sorry, 11 other people, because you're one of them being drafting. So if you are top scoring through the 14 weeks, if you're the one of the top two scorers, you advance. Week 15, you go up against 15 other people. I'm sorry, five other guys or gals. And if you're the top scoring in week 15, then you advance and you go up against 14 other people in week 16. And if you beat them, then you go to 156 seat final. So obviously, if you beat the 155 people, you win 100K. Beautiful. Hope I do that. That's why we do this, right? Hoping we make 100K. Be great to make a down payment for a home. Second place, 50 down. Also very good. Also good possibility that that's enough for a down, right? So kind of hoping that happens. Um, Third place, 25 down. Very good as well. Possibly good. Go to freaking Japan or Hawaii and spend like a week there and just without no worries. Take the family. That'd be amazing. Um, Obviously, some good pricing. You don't have to obviously get first, but even if sixth, even in eighth, you're getting freaking 5 digit price. Ninth, 10th, you're making still a 5 digit price. Um, this is like even if you're in 15th place, you're getting 5,000. So very great return on investment if you do make it to the finals and get and become one of the top scorers. So pretty freaking good, right? So draft is starting. Let's see where we're drafting one. We're drafting at the one. I don't hate it. So obviously we know who we're going with at the one. We're going with D. Jameer Gibbs. D. Gibbs, y'all. Um, so similar to the other one, half PPR. Still not practicing. Should we worry about that? I don't think so. So again, half PPR, pretty standard. One QB, two running backs, three wide receivers. Again, want to emphasize on it being a three wide receiver necessary start. One flex, one tight end, 10 bench spots. So obviously with the three wide receivers, we know it's important. We know we need to be good at wide receiver through the first 10 rounds, not like the last draft I did where I only had three wide receivers. So let's take that into consideration, yeah? Obviously, pretty standard so far. CMC goes at six, Genty goes at seven. That's pretty early in my opinion. But again, this is why we do it. And so I'm looking here, and it seems to be a lot of guys with the badges here. And in case you didn't know, these guys with badges are experienced drafters or people. Obviously, have done more than hundreds of drafts, if not thousands. Obviously, have possibly won some contests, and there is a reason why they've gotten these badges because they've done so many drafts, right? So when you have when you go up against these people, I don't want to say it's a disadvantage because I've seen people do something like this that they take the guys pretty early or they're just trying something different that they don't normally try because they do so many. But sometimes it could be a disadvantage because you go against these experienced people and they know what wins, right? They know what to look out for. It's possibly or supposedly they probably do this every day. They probably I know we've been doing this every day, but it's kind of different. This is my first year, but these guys have possibly been doing it for a long time, right? The other thing is that they possibly know how to win these things, and so maybe not just win these things, but they're probably up to date with literally everything. I also try to be up to date. Don't say I'm always am, but they probably this is probably their full time job. You know what I mean? Which this is not my full time job. Just to let you know. Malik Neighbors goes to me pretty. Malik Neighbors goes early. I was hoping he'd go to me, make it to me. So sorry, I got my words. I fumbled my words there a little bit. I was just kind of frustrated. I was just like, I'm at the one. I was always hoping to be at the one. I haven't been at the one since the neighbors news where he's been like running at full speed, doing them drills, like looking great. So I always figure like if I get him at the one, I'm gonna take like Rishi Rice and neighbors. I'm gonna have my solid anchor wide receivers there, and so um, I'm kind of bummed out he doesn't make it to men, so I was just like pretty pissed off. But this guy has a pretty great start with McCarthy, McCaffrey, and Chase Brown. Sorry, y'all, it's freaking late here in California, so forgive me. AJ Brown goes. So again, hoping possibly one of these guys makes it to me. Drake London goes. So obviously he's not. Did Brock Bowers go? Brock Bowers did go at pick 17. So not gonna make it to me. I guess we're just taking two of the guys. Pretty generic start. I don't love it. Do I reach on someone else? I could possibly go like Igbuka and Rice, or Pickens and Igbuka. Maybe I could possibly done that, but it's fine. It's just like if we start seeing like Rishi Rice obviously look great in training camp, Rice might actually go up the draft boards, right, in a couple of weeks. So obviously we know we're gonna go with the wide receiver ones in their team. We know Rice can possibly is the actually the wide receiver one in his team. Pickens on the other way around, like on the Pickens is obviously not the wide receiver one, but Pickens showed to be the wide receiver one in his team. But obviously, we know CeeDee Lamb was hurt. So, do I love the Pickens pick? Not really. But the fact that Collins or London or AJ Brown was not available, then we're obviously going with the next best guy available. I think these projections already take the consideration of like CeeDee Lamb being healthy, and then Pickens still even like regressing a little bit, but still being a great wide receiver as far as fantasy points, right? So we'll see what happens. Chris Olave goes up at 30. Just taking some of these guys here that maybe I should have taken Ibuka. I just wish neighbors would have fallen to me. I don't know, man. Maybe I just wish a lot, I guess. I don't take much of Luther Burden, but I think I am gonna take him if he falls to me here because there's some possibly great news coming out of the training camp for that guy there. Oh, Mike Evans is available, but he's hurt. Great start from this guy. Great start at 10. Guy from at pick 10, Jefferson, Neighbors, and Ekbuka. That would have been, I would have possibly taken Neighbors and Ekbuka here at this 2-3 turn here. So the fact that he was able to get Jefferson here, that's pretty freaking great. Also could have possibly been a reach on Neighbors. Because I would have actually preferred having Gibbs, Neighbors, and Ekbuka. But Luther Burden actually goes up, is also a reach, I think. So we can possibly get one of these guys that I have liked here. Obviously, I know David Montgomery's right at his ADP at pick 48, but I'm hoping one of these guys falls to me. Not like Trev Etienne, right? Josh Allen goes. Great start from this guy, in my opinion. So don't love the Loveland pick, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not gonna take him here at the 4 or 5 if he makes it. I hope that actually Loveland goes before, because I do not want to take him. And sometimes if like based off his ADP, I might just have to take him because I'm like, just in case he is the tight end that people set him up to be. What if, you know, like these guys that I've liked are going, I'm up in 5 picks. I don't like where this is going. I hope this guy takes Loveland. Take Loveland, man. I picked 43. Come on. Or don't you dare take him. Don't you dare take him. Josh Jacobs goes. So again, getting shorter on the guys that I would like to take. Travis Etienne goes. Scatterbook goes. I think that's it from the guys prior to like my ADP. The reason why like I don't want to take Loveland here is because between Loveland and Warren, I don't think it's that much of a difference. Montgomery goes, so there even goes the guy. Like I don't want to take Loveland. Take Loveland, please. He takes Loveland. So, oh, this is brutal, y'all. All right, here's the thing. I think I might take DeAndre Swift and Baishal Turin. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going with. There's not some wide receiver. Like my next wide receiver that I like is possibly is like Carnell Tate and Roman Dunze. And so maybe having taking these guys, I am set with my running backs, and I can possibly be done with running backs for the possibly next rounds, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. Mike Evans goes at pick 50. Um, yeah, man. Let's see. Obviously, we don't like Christian Watson over Carnell Tate or over Roman Dunze. Do like him over P2J. I'll take Darian Price. I like Jordan Tyson over Darian Price. I should like Jordan Tyson over these guys here. I like Tyler Warren over these guys here. If I could get, I don't want to say it because it never happens. So we'll just see who gets close to us, and we'll just go based off of that. Yeah. Okay. So after Mike Evans, Bucky Irving goes at pick 51. Jameson Williams 52, Devontae Adams 53, Trevion Henderson 54, Christian Watson 55, and Quinshon Judkins. So let me see who this guy takes. I really do like this guy at 10. So I'm wondering, he doesn't have a badge, so I don't know. Us non-badge guys could draft a pretty good team sometimes. So DJ Moore goes to a non-Josh Allen team. Pretty interesting, but I think DJ Moore was a follower, so he probably just took him based off the ADP value. Jadarian Price, I understand because there is no other running back, and the guy has no running back, so not too bad. Though instead of Josh Allen, I would have possibly taken Josh Jacobs or Scottaboo, but what do I know, right? Roma Dunzin goes right after Jadarian Price, Lamar Jackson, and Parker Washington. So Jordan Tyson goes pretty early compared to who was available. I know Carnell Tate was there, but I'm surprised this guy didn't take Carnell Tate. He's going for a fourth wide receiver. This team at 11 is actually pretty good in my opinion. With CeeDee Lamb, McConkey, Roma Dunze, and Jordan Tyson. So come on, man. Who you doing? Who you going with? Ramondre Stevenson actually goes to this team, which makes sense because Ramondre is the running back one in this team. Um, Carnell Tate finally goes at pick 65. Jalen Daniels goes to the Terry McLaurin team, so pretty great stack there. Tyler Warren goes to the team that only has one wide receiver. Jalen Hurts goes to the Devontae Smith team. That makes sense. Obviously, going for the stack would have been great if he would have fallen to me. Do not want to take Brian Thomas. If I'm being honest. This guy might take Caleb Williams to stack with Loveland. So Brian BTJ goes, so it's guess that makes sense. Joe Burrow is available. I don't have a Joe Burrow stack. I'm just not gonna take Joe Burrow if he makes it to here. Caleb Williams is available. Do I take Caleb? Again, I don't want to fall behind on wide receiver. Oh man. I do have Swift. Obviously, it's not a stack, but I don't want to fall behind on QB like I did in the last. Yeah, I'm taking Caleb Williams. I'm just going for the most points, right? I think he was a great QB last year. Um, Probably sniped this guy, Loveland, which is fine. I wish that Loveland would have made it to me. I wish Loveland would have made it to me at 46, and I would have just gotten him. But I was thinking, hopefully, was hoping that Jalen Hurts would have made it to me. I would have had the stack with Jalen Hurts and Makai Lemon. But this guy was able to get his Joe Burrow pick here, or his Joe Burrow stack. So pretty interesting. I was also going to go with Makai Lemon and Quinn Johnson. Would have been great having the fourth wide receiver there. But we can also possibly take Xavier Worthy and Patrick Mahomes, right? If he falls, which I doubt he may. So again, we'll see who makes it to us. Rico Dotto goes to pick 80. Come on. Get so impatient with other people on the clock, but when I'm on the clock, I love taking my time. I like, I love letting the freaking the clock run down and just freaking. Let me just choose some guys that are like, right? Obviously, we kind of want to be done at running back for a while. I really do like this team at 10. Shaping up to be a pretty freaking decent team. This guy 11 as well. He does have McConkey and Omar and Hampton. Does have the Justin Herbert stack pairing with the Chargers offense, and he does take Dak Prescott to stack with CeeDee Lamb. So this guy at 10 and 11 do love their teams. Um, Team looks pretty great at 10-11. So far, my favorite teams. Um, don't like this Jonathan Brooks pick, but I get it. Sorry, you can't see that. So don't love this pick, but I understand it. It just seems like you have high hopes for Jonathan Brooks. You could have taken the for sure guy that is going to be the starting running back one in the team with Hubbard there. So again, we'll see who makes it to us. Sam Laporta goes at pick 93. Um, really hoping you know who makes it to us, but I'm more concerned this guy may take him. Um, so we'll see who this guy at 2 takes, which needs to hurry up and make their pick. Blake Chrome goes, so you guys know who we're getting. We're going with the stack, with the Rashid Rice stack, the whole Patty Mahomes and the Xavier Worthy. I know he's dealing with the sprained shoulder, but if he comes back nice and healthy, we do have a great offense with Kansas City, a great QB in Kansas City. And in case he's not healthy, we have Caleb Williams, but we are pretty good at QB. So we're not going to take QB for a while. I know we usually take a third QB, so I'm possibly going to just possibly get Mendoza at round 15 and be done. Hopefully, we could get Naylor or Trey Tucker in these rounds. Obviously, don't want to take a wide receiver with a week 5 bye because I already have 2 guys with a week 5 bye, right? So if there is Chicago wide receivers, which I don't think there is, we may take, but I don't know, man. We'll see who is available to us. Um, the CMC guys, they take takes Brock Purdy. Jesus, man, I'm over here slurring my words. Which makes sense because the 49ers offense is obviously hurt, right? So we'll see, man. We'll see who we get. Do love my QB room so far with Swift. Obviously, gives you a safe floor with Swift. Gibbs, obviously, you know it's going to be the RB1 in this team. And by Shelton, then could possibly give you the upside as an RB1. Could possibly be the top 5 running back by the end of the year, right? Especially being in the Jacksonville offense. So we'll see, man. We'll see how that goes. Again, the guy at 10 is having great picks, like Rondo Robinson. This guy at 11 obviously keeps having great picks with Michael Pittman Jr. Rashad White, also I think is a great pick. Um, so we'll see, man. Let me just highlight some of these guys that I do like. Do we? We don't have a tight end yet, so we hope. You guys already know who may make it to us. Um, Obviously, we don't want to fall behind on wide receiver, but do we like Higgins? Don't want to reach on Jalen Coker. Let's hope one of these guys fall to us. I mean, it's a Romeo Dobbs pick such a great pick? I don't think so. George Kittle goes to a Purdy team, which makes sense. Obviously, stacking that 49er offense that can be healthy by week 1. Jacoby Myers goes, which I would have wished would have fallen to us. Connor Murray goes. Let's see. Surprised this guy took Connor Murray. He doesn't really have anyone to stack with. Aaron Jones goes. So we're obviously taking one of these wide receivers, I believe. Don't love it. Ugh, man. So who went? Baker Mayfield. I know for a fact we're taking Travis Kelsey. So the thing with Romeo Dobbs, oh man. Do we just take Romeo Dobbs? Do we take Shug and just be done at QB? We do need the wide receiver help. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we'll take Romeo Dobbs. I know he had great games with Green Bay. The thing is that it's his first year in New England, and now AJ Brown is in the team. AJ Brown may just get all the targets, but I just don't love the Romeo Dobbs pick. But between Dobbs and Concepcion, even though I think Concepcion might be the better wide receiver, Romeo Dobbs is in the better offense compared to these guys here, right? Compared to Higgins, compared to KC, compared to Jalen Coker. So again, don't want to fall too behind on wide receivers. Maybe we could have gotten Higgins. CJ Stroud was there. Sean Stribling is available. Jalen Naylor is available. Maybe I'm just gonna splash on these two wide receivers here and be pretty great here. I think this is one of the teams I would like to take another wide receiver. Tyler Shell goes to this team, which is I think is a great start, but actually pretty good team with Olave and Shug. Does have a great running back room, but his wide receiver room can honestly improve. He only has three wide receivers to the first 11 rounds, similar to what we did last draft, which I did not love. Right, I did not love. So actually does have like the Purdy and Kittle stack like I had before, but I did like my wide receiver room better and like my running back room slightly better than this guy here. So and he went and pick six. So again, I don't know. Don't know, man. Let's see here. These guys need to draft a little faster. Malik Willis goes at pick 135. Come on, man. Let's see who we were able to get. Che goes. It doesn't make it to the Daniels team. So let me see. Let me actually look at this Daniels team. Actually looks pretty decent. I know he didn't start with a wide receiver until like round four. But after round four, he just smashes on like Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson, Cortland Sutton, Addison, Golden. He has to stack with Love and Golden. He has to stack with Jaden Daniels and McLaurin. So this team is actually looking to shape up pretty decent. Stephon Diggs is actually also projected to go to Washington. So he does have a good possibility to have the double stack with Diggs here. So Stribling doesn't make it to us. He goes at pick 141. I'm surprised this guy, well, he does take a San Francisco guy with Debo Samuel, but what a hope Stribling would have made it to us. So I know Jalen Naylor is there. Man, this is brutal. Do I just take like Cam Ward here? Man, I don't love this. I don't like this at all. I can possibly take Trey Tucker here and hope. Freaking. What's his name? Is it to me? I guess I'll just take the wide receiver, the Las Vegas wide receiver room. I don't love it because we obviously know Brock Bowers is going to be the number one target. I'm not liking this team. I am tired. Oh man, I do have two wide receivers from the same team, another two wide receivers from the same team. Not great. I think this is going to be a team where I'm taking eight wide receivers. When I have Patrick Mahomes, I usually like taking like Tyquan Thornton. Now that that I'm seeing like Cyrus showing to be a great target for Patrick Mahomes, now I'm thinking of taking freaking Cyrus. But the fact that I took Jalen Naylor and Trey Tucker, um, here, like I could possibly take in freaking Cam Ward and taking Gunnar Helm here. I do like Gunnar Helm as a freaking tight end. Like, it's brutal, man. I am not liking that pick. I should have taken Gunnar Helm here. I would have been okay with the Naylor pick. Gunnar Helm, then taking, I'm sorry, taking Cam Ward, then I would have taken Gunnar Helm at Brown fifth, 15. So I am exhausted. Maybe I should have just gone into this draft first. But sorry, guys, I am freaking. If you made it here and you're like, this guy freaking sucks, just know that I am tired. And let me know what you want to see. No one has hopped in, and so usually, like, I had a guy hop in yesterday or the day before and just kind of like made conversation. So I was like, all right, man, I could possibly help you a little bit. But, anyways, all right, with these two guys, all right, here is, let me pump myself up. With these two guys, we know that one of these two guys will have to be the number one wide receiver, right? It's a matter of what week they're going to be the number one wide receiver. So the fact that there are wide receivers 6 and 7 is okay, right? It's fine with me. So I'm not mad at it. Now we just possibly need some tight end help. Should have possibly taken Gadsden. Ferguson, I don't love so much, if I'm being honest. Juwan Johnson seems okay. I think Juwan Johnson gives you a safe floor. Um, Obviously, we can't take the stack with Caleb Williams. I think Antonio Williams is also could be a great pick. Um, but I guess let's hope for like a Trey Harris, right? How many? I could possibly need some running back help actually. Does Jonah Coleman go? I'm not thought about taking running back at all. So here's the thing: if Jonah Coleman falls, we'll take him. Um, don't love this. Don't love this team. I don't love this team at all. Yeah, I do not love this team. Jonah Coleman goes, so there goes our guy that we're targeting. I know, I know Sadiq is hurt. I know he's optimistic for week 1, but do we take Sadiq over Dalton Schultz? Do we take him over? I just think Sadiq will give us the same amount of points as Trey Harris does. Same, possibly same amount of points as Dalton Schultz does. Yeah, there's no running back here that I'm just that I absolutely love. I'm not gonna take him. We have some seven wide receivers, and so guess we'll just take Sadiq here. I was thinking maybe we just take another player and then have freaking the second tight end from Las Vegas to stack up with Mendoza. But if Brock Bowers is healthy throughout the season, there's a very small possibility that the tight end would not actually do anything. So we'll see, man. Don't love this team. I think I should have started this draft before I freaking the one before, but QB room, great. Kelly Williams, Patrick Mahomes, and Mendoza. Running back room, great start with Gibbs, Swift, and Michelle Tuden. Obviously, all have a different buy, so I'm hoping they'll rotate when they're like one of them is on buy. And I just hope I get some value on some like one of these guys. I guess I'll possibly take Mike Washington. Um, I know I have freaking Romeo Dobbs, so I don't know if I want to take Booty here, but again, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll hope Williams Gunnar Helm fall to me. We'll hope Jared Judy falls. I'm not gonna take Dontavian Wicks. I don't have the quarterback with freaking Jalen Hurts. Oh man, this is like I just can't wait for this draft to be over. I don't love this team. I'm just excited for tomorrow to draft another team. So after Tank Dow, I know you guys can see this, but Geno Smith goes at pick 181. So if one of these guys fall, I'll take one of these guys, and now of course I'll take Mike Washington at this 16, 17 turn. Dylan Sampson goes at pick 182. Zachariah Branch goes at pick 183, and then obviously you guys can see Pat Bryant goes at pick 184. I feel like this Pat Bryant pick is very early. Like I think this Pat Bryant pick was a reach. Jerry Judy goes at pick 185. Yeah, Pat Bryant is his ADP. Antonio Williams goes, so there goes the guy we're hoping to go. Pat Bryant's ADP is 205. He goes at pick 184. So I know he has Bo Nix, but I feel like you could have gotten him on the way back, my guy. Antonio Williams goes to pick 150, 186, which I would have wished he would have fallen to us. But if Gunnar Helm falls to us, I doubt Gunnar Helm goes. Doesn't even go to the Cam Moore team, so I know I want a third tight end. I was just about to say I'll take Kate Auden here, but he actually goes. I guess I'll take Pat Fairmouth, um, and just take one last wide receiver to on the way back, and I'll be done. So don't love my tight end room compared to my last team. Don't love my wide receiver room compared to my last team. I mean, I do like it. I just don't love it. But let's see who is some guys that Cyrus Allen obviously showing some great tech on Thornton. I know I have like teams with the same buy, but at this point we are going with the Kansas City offense and hoping for the best, right? So Cyrus Allen actually has been coming up the draft boards, so we'll see who makes it to us. I am down taking one of those two guys just because Patrick Mahomes is such a great QB that, and it feels like I'm slobbing over here, but freaking guy. I'm a Raiders fan, so you obviously know we have to deal with that guy twice a year. So, Keon Coleman goes at pick 202. I know you guys can't see this, so I'm just letting you know who is going to be these picks here. I'm still trying to figure out how to minimize it, like how to make my face smaller. This like thing here smaller here. So I don't know. Bear with me until I figure that out. Darnell Mooney goes at pick 203. Um, Eli Rauro then goes at pick 204. I've been seeing this guy go a lot more often in drafts. The backup tight end for New England. Don't know what the news is on him. I don't know what's going on. If you guys make it this far in my freaking thing um, in this video, let me know. Like, what's going on? What's up with him? Why are people taking him? Um, because from my understanding, freaking what's his name is still good, right? Hunter Henry is still solid. So okay, so after Raritan goes at pick 204, Cyrus Allen goes at pick 205, Rashad Bateman goes at pick 206, Ollie Gordon pick 207. You guys could obviously see this. Jacoby Lane goes at pick 208, Leggett pick 209, Tongus pick 210, Keenan Allen. So I am pretty much set on taking a 8 wide receiver. So do I just go with Emmett Johnson? I know Emmett Johnson's available. Yeah, like Emmett Johnson's to start off was the RB2 in his team, but now it doesn't look that way. So I don't know how I feel about that. So now it's available. Let's see here. Like, do we just take Emmett Johnson? I gotta take Emmett Johnson. I need an 8th wide receiver. He's a starter and a 3 wide. So I have all of Kansas City starters, right? I ended up taking Tyquan Thornton. So I have all these starting wide receivers in Kansas City. Now I'm hoping, obviously, we have the tight end in Kansas City, and we have the QB in KC. So do I love that? Not really, but I'm a Raiders fan. Go up and we go up against these guys twice a year. Freaking not great. Not great that I'm hoping this fucking team does great, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Um, we'll see. So don't love this team. I don't love it, but let's hope we make it past. Again, my projection seems great, but I just don't love it. So again, you guys know what I like to do. If you don't know, I like to look at the projections. See, I know these projections don't mean crap. I know shit changes. We don't think who we think is gonna do well does well. So these obviously projections don't mean shit, but I do like to see where we're projected out to be compared to the people we're drafted with, right? This guy also has a great high draft projection. Um, but again, he does have Loveland and Kate Autumn. I know he only has 2 tight ends, but um, wide receiver room I don't love as well. It's just like similar to my situation, right? But obviously, I like my wide receivers with George Pickens and Rasheed Rice, but Kyle Lemon, Xavier Worthy, where you compare this guy, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, Harrison, Marvin Harrison, and Quentin John. So I prefer my top 4, 5. I just prefer my wide receiver room over his. He has people like Calvin Ridley and Adonai Mitchell, where I have like Jalen Naylor, Trey Tucker, people that could give me the big weeds, right? Romeo Dobbs. Um, Obviously, like my QB room over his. I just like, Let me just look at some of these guys. This guy looks great. Do like his top two wide receivers, but other than that, other than Casey Concepcion, Trey Harris, it's kind of like meh. Um, I don't know, man. These guys, this team looks actually pretty decent. Don't love his running back room. Still pretty solid. I would have gone with someone else, but I'm surprised. Like he takes Tua to stack with. He takes Tua to stack with no one. I thought he would have possibly had freaking Drake London, but he doesn't. Uh, I don't know, man. I am exhausted, so I'm just gonna go through these pretty quickly. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm looking at some of these guys, just like looking at them. There's no one that stands out. Who is the team that I was really liking? This guy at 10. But the fact that he only has his two QBs are Dalton Kincaid and Greg Dulcich. I mean, he does have Kincaid to stack with Josh Allen. He does have Greg Dulcich to stack with Malik Willis. Actually, I know this team is just projected to have so low, but I do like it. I just don't like his running back room after the Jonathan Brooks pick. Like, I would have definitely gone instead of Jonathan Brooks, gone with Chuba. Obviously, we know Alvin Kamara may be good. Ali Gordon may actually just be the backup running back. Is actually the backup running back to Devon Achan. But again, you're taking a backup running back to a bottom five offense. Not great. I know you're trying to have the pairing with Malik Willis. Freaking team seems great though. Like his wide receiver room with Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, and Micah Wandell. Don't like the Shakir pick, but I get it. You have Josh Allen. You have Malik Washington to stack with Malik Willis. Great pick. Also with the Greg Dulcich pick, great pick. But this was a reach, right? The Malik Washington pick. Obviously, that was a reach. Don't love this. I know he's a great wide receiver, but and then you take Keon Coleman. Like you're banking on the offense, but at this point, might as well go on and take the backup or the other tight end from Buffalo, right? Like Josh Allen spreads the ball so much, so like you don't know who's going to be the number one target there. So again, did like that guy at 10, but obviously he's projected to be so low. But his like top one, two, three, four wide receiver, even do like the Malik Washington pick. I love his wide receiver room. Running back room could be a little. You know what? Looking at my team compared to the other guys, my team seems okay. Don't know my wide receiver room, but I think the fact that because I took Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy, and then I took Jalen Naylor and Trey Tucker, each of them being like from like the same team, with like Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy being from the same team, and Trey Tucker and Jalen Naylor being from the same team. I don't love, but I do have the stack with Fernando Mendoza and Patrick Mahomes. But at that point, like, why take Caleb Williams, right? Why have Caleb Williams? Because Caleb Williams, I'm thinking as my QB1. So Patrick Mahomes is like, why am I going to bank on the KC offense if I already have Caleb Williams? Why am I going to bank on the Las Vegas offense if I already have Caleb Williams and the Patrick Mahomes offense? Right. So I don't know. I guess I'm just hoping that one of the weeks, if the Las Vegas Raiders score 30 or 40 points and it comes from their wide receivers, obviously the Mendoza and the wide receivers are going to go up to my starting slot. And so we're going to get really great scoring that week. Same thing for KC. Same thing for Caleb. I think he's probably just gonna carry me throughout throughout the most of the throughout most of the weeks, right? So again, this is why we do it, guys. To obviously try to perfect it, trying to make that money, trying to make that 100K, trying to make the million, trying to get the 2 million, whatever the prize contest may be, the contest price may be. So, all right, y'all. I appreciate you. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. Whatever you guys want to hear. If you guys want to get in this together, let me know. We'll try to like schedule it some way somehow and just try to have fun with it. Because I don't know. We'll figure it out. But appreciate you guys. Peace.